So the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list just dropped, and by just, I mean over a week ago. I think that tells you how much I really cared about it. It was a hard one. I didn't really know what to say. Banned a couple of cards that needed banning. Didn't ban all the cards that needed banning. And limited so many. I don't know. Limiting is just annoying. Cards like Branded Fusion, do they need to be limited? The deck is always here, but without it, it kind of just feels like they're saying, come on, put your branded deck away. Finally, you've got to move on to something new. I don't know how I feel about that. Onto the ban list itself. Fiendsmith Lacrima, sure, hit something in Fiendsmith, although I don't think that was the big problem with Yubel Fiendsmith was Lacrima. I think there's so many other powerful cards in that deck that maybe should have been limited that aren't touched here. Appaloosa, sad to see her go now that she's affordable for everybody, but not surprised that she's going because now she's affordable for everybody. It's a really nice business practice to set that once they make your card affordable, they can kill it. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Calamity, he should have probably gone already. The minute they started doing turn skips, he needed to go. Any card that can do a turn skip should probably be banned, even if it's not a very good one, because it encourages the least healthy form of Yu-Gi-Oh! About. Wombo combo into your opponent does nothing, in terms of literally nothing when they do a turn skip kind of thing. Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, she was killed for her sins, but her sins far expanded outside of her archetype, so it had to be done. I'm sad to see her go, especially my particular copy, because I'm quite fond of her. But, it needed to happen, I think. Anything from deck to graveyard? Madness. Curious the Light Swan already took the bullet for this, so there was no doubt that she was far behind at some point. I'm surprised she managed to last this long, really. In terms of Snake Eyes, too little too late, really. An Ash and a Poplar limit? Cool. They didn't hit Flameberg, so the deck's still going to be good. Still playable. I've seen lots of people posting their lists online. It still looks fine. Branded Fusion, I'm not a Branded player. I don't really care. I would also be happy never to see Branded again, but it feels a bit mean to limit Branded Fusion down to 1. Sangan Summoning, sad. Tenpai, get nerfed. Although I still think the deck can do stuff without the field spell protection, even if it is a lot harder. And Skill Drain to 1, I'm all for making Floodgates more sacky, and maybe drawing the 1 in your deck rather than having a whole deck built around nasty little Skill Drain strategies. That's absolutely fine, and there's a place in Edison for Skill Drain based decks. The gimmick puppets though, I guess we're not allowed to have OTKs, especially first turn kills, but it just seems mean that one of the most affordable decks in the game gets killed, just like so many other cards in the game. Eva coming back, I'm sure people who care. Opening of the Spirit Gates is obviously a hit to Yubel, but I'm not sure how much of a hit it is to Yubel and not Sacred Beasts. I think Yubel can play just fine, especially with all the new support they've just gotten. Alongside Eva getting unbanned, we have that Grass's Greener, which is a much more exciting card, but on 1, I'm not 100% sure if people will build whole decks around it. I'm sure some people will for funny rogue ones, but meta-wise, I'm not sure how it will play in. Maybe a 1-on-1 tier or something. And then Pot of Prosperity, sure, all the pots are pretty good anyway, so it's kind of good to clamping down on them a bit, although it's a shame that it's coming from Tenpai, not from something bigger. 2's releasing a bunch of stuff, Linlight Tiger, the Dragon Rulers, Thunder Dragon Colossus, Ib, I think either they're going to be really overpowering or they're going to be really underwhelming, and I haven't decided which yet, and I'm not really excited to find out. And in the Unlimits, like I mentioned earlier, Plush Fire's free with its nerf, Kirin's now free, Red Rose Dragon, Armageddon Knight, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Denglong, and Time Seal. The only interesting one here, I think, is Ancient Fairy Dragon, perhaps, because of the field spell shenanigans. She's still very good for looping field spells, I still find that very good today. But, I don't know. With the Plush Fire limit, who knows if it will fit particularly well into any strategy other than the new Perform Mage deck. A super underwhelming list. All the decks that are good are still very good. All the decks that are bad are still bad, except for some of the ones that were fine, which are now terrible. The most exciting thing is to get your hands on that Grass is Greener, and if you want to buy any formerly banned cards, I have a bunch in my collection, and I'm going to be giving them and selling them away on an upcoming Whatnot stream. This upcoming sponsored stream will be in the next couple of weeks. I'll put the timecode on the screen now, and if you go to the link in the description, you can bookmark it so you do not miss it. Grab your hands on that Grass is Greener. I want to help you out in terms of getting cards that may be too expensive because they were banned before. If you sign up to Whatnot for the first time, you'll get £10 free credit to spend on anything you like. It doesn't have to be me. Also doing packs and other goodies from my binder collections, like staples and extra deck cards, and cool things that I like. But if you want to, then come along to Whatnot through the link in my bio, and I will be happy to give you my cards there. Take them away from me, before I get too bitter. And if you are starting to get a bit tired of Yu-Gi-Oh like I am, then have no fear, because I am giving away magic cards and Digimon packs and decks, so you can get your hands on a game that will treat you a little bit better than Konami might be right now. I've been building a bunch of Commander decks for the first time, and it's the most fun I've had with a card game in years. But just like my Yu-Gi-Oh streams, if you go on the Whatnot link in my bio, you can bookmark all of those Digimon and Magic the Gathering streams there. Until next ban list, I hope I'll see you soon.